Elena Voss wiped the grime from her freckled forehead as she pushed through the tangled vines of the neon-lit swamp. Her reinforced jumpsuit, patched from countless expeditions, clung to her athletic frame, and the hum of her dual-energy pistols at her hips provided a small comfort. 4 days slogging through this glowing muck and still no sign of backup, she grumbled, swatting at a swarm of iridescent insects. Should have packed extra power cells, should have demanded a better scanner. Her assignment was straightforward: locate the enclave of the Amethyst Wardens and forge a pact for their expertise. The outpost required guardians against the Nebula Swarm invaders, and these fabled sentinels were rumored to be the finest defenders in the quadrant. What the intel omitted was how treacherous their domain was to traverse. A rustle in the undergrowth ahead made Elena pause, her hand darting to her pistol grip. Years of frontier surveying had sharpened her instincts to a fine edge. She crept forward stealthily. The glade emerged abruptly, a flawless oval of shimmering purple moss ringed by bioluminescent fungi. At its heart stood a lithe figure with skin the shade of deep violet twilight. Her raven-black hair cascaded in wild waves, decorated with glowing crystals and feathers. The form-fitting exosuit she wore accentuated her toned physique while allowing seamless motion. Elena entered the glade, palms up in a sign of truce. "I seek the—" A zap from a plasma dart whizzed past, scorching the fungi beside her head. "Intruders like you defile this realm," the violet-skinned woman proclaimed, another dart primed in her sleek launcher. Her voice carried an exotic lilt, words precise. "Depart our domain at once." Elena held her ground. "I'm from the Orion outpost. We need your assistance." "Terrans," she sneered, venom in the term, "always demanding, always exploiting. Your race sows only chaos. Look, I've trekked for 4 days to reach you. At least listen before you fry me." The warden eased her launcher marginally. "You trekked? Where's your vessel?" "Crashed 100 clicks east, sole survivor." A flash of intrigue crossed her features, swiftly masked by resolve. "Irrelevant. The assembly prohibits interaction with Terrans." "Then I'll set up camp and scavenge my own supplies," Elena shot back, pivoting away. "When you're open to dialogue, I'll be close." "You won't last a cycle in these swamps," she warned. Elena glanced over her shoulder with a smirk that had disarmed foes across 4 systems. "Watch me." 4 days on, Elena had rigged a basic habitat from salvaged debris and glowing fronds. She'd located a vein of clean energy crystals for her gear and pinpointed several non-toxic fungi for sustenance. But energy sources were dwindling. She needed to forage deeper. After fruitless scans, she detected a compact, 8-limbed beast sipping from a luminous pool. It evoked a mix of spider and fox, with holographic scales and alert antennae. Elena had observed similar ones processed by the wardens during her recon of their enclave. If they consumed it, it might recharge her systems. Positioning upwind with care, the creature stayed unaware, absorbing the glow. Elena coiled, gauging the leap, then surged ahead in a burst. The beast reacted late, skittering away, but Elena's grasp clamped on its trailing limbs. It writhed, emitting sparks that singed her arm. Clenching against the sting, Elena neutralized it with a precise stun pulse. "Not shabby for an outsider," a known voice echoed. Elena spun to see the violet-skinned warden lounging on a vine, eyeing her with evident interest. "Recharge meal," she offered, displaying the catch. "Care to partake?" She descended nimbly. "You snared a Vexar bare-handed. That's its name." "Sparky critter, guardians of my order drill for cycles to pursue Vexar. They're the quickest, most elusive quarry in our marshes," she neared, appraising the prize with fresh regard. "No Terran has ever seized one without tech or snares." Elena shrugged. "First happen, incredible," she breathed, her stoic facade fracturing. "No way did you just snag the toughest quarry to hunt with your bare hands." "Got fortunate," Elena conceded. "It was distracted by the pool." "Fortune favors the vigilant," she responded. "I am Zoria of the Amethyst Wardens. Perhaps we should converse about your presence in our realm." Elena beamed, extending her unoccupied hand. "Elena Voss, Orion Outpost, and I'd be thrilled to split my find with you." As they headed to her habitat, Elena noted Zoria's scrutiny of her strides, her gaze drifting to the defined lines of her arms and legs. In turn, she appreciated Zoria's fluid navigation through the swamp, her violet skin nearly poolsing in the neon haze. "Your setup is functional," she commented, inspecting Elena's work. "For a Terran." Glowing endorsement, Elena chuckled, prepping the Vexar. "So will you at least consider my pitch?" Zoria folded her legs on a smooth rock, observing Elena's efficient processing. "I'll hear you, but guarantee not." While Elena processed, she detailed the crisis: the Nebula Swarm assaults ravaging the outpost's fringes, the demand for adept sentinels familiar with the Nebula, the tech they could trade. "Your woes don't touch us," Zoria stated post-explanation. "The Swarm shuns our domain." "For the moment," Elena countered. "But if Orion crumbles, you're next. They consume all." Zoria scowled, idly fingering a mark on her wrist. "I can't represent the assembly, but I'll relay your message. That's enough." As the Vexar charged over a compact heater, a tense quiet settled. Finally, Zoria broke it. "How did you master foraging? Your techniques differ from other Terrans I've monitored." Elena rotated the meal, pondering. "Raised on a remote asteroid, learned early or perished later, schooled with the explorers, elite surveyors. We excel in adaptation and scouting harsh zones." Zoria nodded approvingly. "That clarifies much, though not the Vexar snag." Elena grinned. "Some feats defy explanation, they just occur." Their gazes locked over the heater, a spark igniting between them. Zoria averted first, but not before Elena spied a faint curve on her violet lips. "It's ready," she announced, proffering the prime portion. As they consumed, walls crumbled. Zoria shared tales of her order's lore of defenses spanning weeks, rites of passage probing resilience and cunning. Elena recounted adventures on far-flung asteroids and narrow evasions. Descended, yet they conversed. When Zoria rose to depart, she lingered. I'll return at dawn. The assembly must know of you, but I think they should hear directly. I'll wait, Elena affirmed. Zoria paused, then appended, maybe I could reveal superior foraging sites if you persist here. I'd appreciate that. After she vanished into the gloom, Elena gazed at the fatting heater. For the first since the wreck, hope flickered, not solely for her task, but for an unforeseen bond on this alien swamp. Dawn erupted over the neon swamp in bursts of emerald and sapphire. Elena roused to sounds beyond her habitat. She gripped her pistol, then eased as Zoria slipped inside, bearing a parcel in iridescent leaves. You rest like quarry, she noted, placing her bundle. I could have neutralized you thrice ere you stirred. Elena yawned, unfazed by the critique or her disheveled state. Perhaps I sensed you. Her eyes traced Elena's lean form before diverting. I fetched proper sustenance. Your prep methods are crude. Appreciated, she accepted, unveiling dried pulses and amber orbs akin to fruits. So verdict, will the assembly meet me? Zoria settled opposite, legs crossed. They will, but they're skeptical of your merit or swarm claims. Reasonable. When do we head out? Midday, she answered. First, I need to gauge your abilities more. Elena smirked, unaware of the evaluation. All is a trial, Terran, her tone grave, yet mischief gleamed in her eyes. Particularly for invaders seeking our enclave. Post-meal, Zoria guided her into denser swamp. She glided with poise, scarcely rippling the glow. Elena matched, her frame adapting despite bulkier build. Your navigation is passable, she allowed after silent hours, for one with such overt steps. Flattery from an amethyst, Elena quipped. Honored, don't grow arrogant, Thalera observes. Elena arched a brow. Thalera, my kin, premier sentinel in our order. Zoria nodded subtly to the vines overhead. She deems you perilous. In your view, Zoria's violet hue seemed to radiate in the filtered light. I deem you atypical for a Terran. They hit a modest clearing with a colossal fungus pulsing light. Zoria halted, facing her. The assembly has decreed 3 ordeals for you. Succeed and they'll entertain your offer. Falter and exile from our realm. Guessing the first launches now. I and Thalera has rigged it challenging. Zoria indicated a faint trail delving deeper. She's freed a full-grown Vexar yonder. Track and secure it unharmed before twilight. Elena frowned. Full-grown, yesterday's was juvenile. Yes, matures are far tougher. Zoria's face stayed impassive, but worry tinged her tone. Few sentinels tackle solo, and refusal, our discourse ends. Elena scanned her expression for deceit, finding sincerity. She assented, guide on. Following the path, Zoria drew near, whispering, Thalera arranged this, expecting failure. She opposes my draw to you. Your draw? Elena queried, masking a grin. Zoria's skin deepened faintly, a flush, she realized. Tactical draw in your talents, naturally. My kin protects since our sire's loss. She heads our unit. She views Terrans as volatile, hazardous. She's partly accurate, Elena owned, but I'm not stirring strife. I believe, Zoria halted abruptly, hand on her arm. The contact jolted unexpectedly. Yet beware, Thalera probably provoked the Vexar pre-release. Elena overlaid her hand, grateful for the alert. Eyes met, swamp fatting briefly. Zoria's lips parted, Elena inclining nearer. A sharp voice shattered, Kin, you guide to the ordeal, not aid. A sturdier sentinel dropped from vines, landing soundlessly. Her skin deeper violet, black hair cropped utilitarian. Unlike Zoria's ornate gear, she donned pragmatic exosuit with embedded shards, trophies of triumphs. Thalera, Zoria recognized, withdrawing from Elena. I detailed the ordeal specs. With contact, Thalera's chill stare shifted to Elena. Terran ordeal initiates, secure the Vexar unharmed by twilight or depart. And its locale, Elena matched her frost. That's the crux, locate it. With that, she vaulted into vines, vanishing. Your kin's delightful, Elena muttered. She excels in our order, Zoria defended, and has cause to mistrust outsiders. Care to expand? Zoria wavered. Later perhaps, focus now. Elena nodded, assessing environs. Permissible tips. Mature Vexar favor elevated zones, they ambush from heights. Zoria pointed a distant ridge. Likely there, but cautious, their discharges carry a stun charge. Now you mention, you faced none yesterday, juveniles lack it. She added gently, I'd hate your harm, Elena. Her name's utterance sparked another thrill. I'll tread carefully. I shouldn't, but, Zoria neared, voice hushed. Succeed and Thalera will harden the next. She notes my regard for you, disapproves. And your regard precisely, rather than reply. Zoria's fingers grazed Elena's cheek, touch ethereal yet searing. Triumph in your ordeals, Terran, she murmured, then maybe uncover. Before response, she blended into swamp, leaving Elena with the daunting quest. The sun dipped low in the alien sky, painting the swamp in elongated shadows as Elena neared the amethyst enclave with her trophy. The mature Vexar, bound but lively, buzzed and sparked in the improvised net from vines and her jumpsuit scraps. Seizing the beast had bordered on impossible, thrice it nearly stunned her senseless, and the zaps on her limbs throbbed from its charge. Only her explorer drills kept her resistant. A cluster of violet-skinned wardens assembled at the enclave's rim, faces from astonishment to reluctant admiration. Zoria shoved through, eyes broadening at the sight. By the elders, she exhaled, you succeeded. Elena grinned amid fatigue, said I was fortunate. This wasn't fortune, she countered, checking the net with expert approval. This was prowess. From the throng emerged Thalera, visage a veil of icy wrath. Free it into the holding field to finalize the ordeal, she declared aloud. Elena complied, directing to a robust enclosure. With deliberate actions, she guided the buzzing Vexar within and loosed the net, dodging as it surged. The barrier sealed timely. Sparse cheers arose among the wardens. Elena pivoted to Zoria, beaming, her prior restraint dissolving. "The assembly will note," she said, "few of ours could have managed." "Not yet," Thalara's tone sliced like a dart. The Terran cleared merely the initial ordeal to persist. "The assembly consented to audience post-ordeals," Zoria contested. "She requires recovery and care for those zaps." "The second ordeal delays till morn," Thalara yielded, "but I suggest a variant third." Murmurs stirred the wardens. This was unforeseen. "What variant?" Zoria demanded. Thalara's mouth twisted predatorily. "Duel the Terran versus me. If she craves pact with our order, prove her value as a defender, not mere forager." "That breaches accord," Zoria objected. "The assembly endorsed my plea," Thalara replied slickly. "Unless the Terran dreads confrontation," Elena advanced. "I don't dread you, but I arrived for alliance, not combat." "Yet combat defines Terrans." "No," Thalara orbited her, evaluating. "Or your talents cap at juvenile prey." The slur lingered. Elena sensed all wardens' scrutiny. "I accept," she stated at last. "Post-second ordeal," Thalara assented. "Content. Tomorrow midday, second ordeal, twilight, you confront me." She wheeled to exit, adding rearward, "Zoria, tend her zaps. We desire no handicap." Post Thalara's exit, the group scattered, leaving Elena with Zoria. "Your kin truly despises me," she noted. "It's impersonal," Zoria sighed, steering her to a modest abode at the enclave's fringe. "She mistrusts all foreigners, especially off-worlders." Within, gentle pulsing crystals lit the space. The lone chamber was minimal yet cozy, with textured pads on the floor and diverse sentinel relics on walls. "Sit," Zoria directed, pointing a low cushion. She fetched a vial from a nook and knelt afore. "Shed your suit, I must treat those zaps ere the charge spreads." Elena obeyed, grimacing as motion tugged wounds. Zoria's digits cooled on her skin, dabbing a silvery gel per zap. "This counters the charge," she clarified. "Tingling fades by dawn." "Grateful." Elena observed her focus, admiring the intent. "So true motive for Thalara's challenge?" Zoria's hand stilled briefly. "She thinks I'm overly drawn to you." "And is she correct?" Eyes met, atmosphere densifying. Zoria resumed, touch extending. "In our ways," she said measuredly, "affinity among defenders is innate. Physical harmony ranks with prowess in guard or forage." "Makes sense," Elena rasped, voice huskier, "but linking with foreigners is uncommon." "Thalara worries I'll be clouded by intrigue with your variances." Zoria's fingers outlined a scar on her thigh. "Terrans are so distinct, your hue, your vigor." Elena seized her hand, pressing to her core. "Variance can enrich." Zoria's breath hitched. "Thalara won't duel fair tomorrow. She aims to disgrace you," affirmed Terran's lesser. "I've beaten steeper odds." "You miss it. She's our top defender. No outsider has bested her since maturity." Elena smiled. "Firsts occur." Zoria shook her head, yet mirrored the smile. "Your assurance is laudable or reckless, undecided." "Both likely." She freed her hand reluctantly. "Second ordeal, orientation, navigate the echo maze to fetch a holy relic." She paused. "It's bewildering. Many sentinels stray for cycles." "Sounds thrilling." Zoria chuckled, melody unforeseen. "You're odd, Elena Voss, most quake." "Life's brief for dread," she replied, "especially with compelling sentiments at play." Air charged anew. Oria leaned nearer, her black locks veiling them. "In our ways," she whispered, "a defender triumphant in grand forage merits victory revel." "And how do amethysts revel?" Elena queried, pulse racing. Instead of words, Zoria bridged the gap. Her lips softer than anticipated, cool initially but heating swiftly on Elena's. The kiss intensified, cautious probe yielding to fervor, parting both panting. Zoria's violet deepened hues. "That," she said, "starts a revel." Elena drew her nearer. "I favor your rights." As night cloaked the alien enclave, two defenders from disparate realms found some dialects need no words. In Zoria's abode's seclusion, they charted the unexplored span between kinds, uncovering more commonalities than contrasts in attraction's timeless rhythm. Morning would usher fresh trials, but now they feted a win over bias and trepidation, the initial stride to genuine pact. Dawn washed the amethyst enclave in soft teal and indigo. Elena awoke with Zoria nestled to her, her violet skin contrasting strikingly with Elena's freckled tan. She outlined the elaborate designs on her arm, symbols she now knew of her sentinel feats. She stirred, lids opening. "You ought rest," she murmured. "The echo maze beckons." "Couldn't doze," Elena confessed. "Busy mulling our cultural swap." Zoria's lips arced smilingly. "You acclimated to our rites superbly." "Swift learner," she brushed a lock from her face. "Though more drills might help." She laughed, planting a swift kiss, air rising. "Later, maybe, now ready for second ordeal." As they geared, Elena marked Zoria's taut motions, prior levity swapped for worry. "What hides about this maze?" she hesitated. "Not mere physical, the echoes display visions, recollections, dreads, yearnings, many defenders ensnare in their own echoes." "Mine ploys not preferred, but I'll cope." Zoria gripped her arm. "Beware, Elena, claim the relic and exit swift, don't dwell on any echo long." Outside, the enclave teemed. Wardens dipped respectfully to Elena, passing, a shift from yester's wariness. News of her Vexar snag had circulated, Thalara absent, but elder wardens awaited at core. Amid stood a lofty, adorned sentinel whose intricate exosuit and myriad relics flagged her as chief. "The assembly matron," Zoria whispered. "She seldom supervises ordeals personally." The matron eyed Elena piercingly. "Terran," she hailed formally, "you cleared the first ordeal with surprising adeptness. Ready for second?" "I am," Elena matched poise. "Then proceed." She veered sans weight, heading the march to Swamp's Rim. Brief trek later, they reached a clearing ruled by edifice unlike any. Soaring barriers of resonant crystal shaped a flawless ring, single slim ingress. Morning glow echoed off facets in dizzying arrays. The Echo Maze, matron declared. Inside rests a relic, a tiny harmonic shard of our primal guardian. Retrieve and advance to final ordeal. Rules, Elena probed. One alone, what you claim from the maze you retain. The enigmatic reply paired a sage glance Elena couldn't decode. As Amethyst positioned round the boundary, an aged warden neared Elena. Her violet faded to lavender, black hair sparse yet eyes keen. Terran, she said softly, checking unobserved. I am Vespera, kin aunt to the matron. Elena inclined slightly, honoring her rank. Privilege. I've seen myriad ordeals, but no foreigner advanced thus. She slipped something cool, small into her grasp. Facing Thalara, recall her right flank weakens, an ancient wound unhealed fully. Elena hid astonishment, palming the item, a etched gem with alien glyphs. Why aid? Vesper's gaze shifted to Zoria, chatting with matron. Not all dread evolution, some recall when Terrans and Amethyst stood allied. Further query, she blended back. Zoria approached, face-neutral pre-audience. Time, she said formally. May your root ring true. The layered sense hit Elena. She nodded, facing May's entry. Stepping in, reality altered. The tight corridor widened to a hall where surfaces, walls, base, vault echoed her form, but awry echoes acted autonomously, depicting Elena at life phases. In one, child on asteroid viewing pirates raise her base. Another, novice explorer, scarred yet firm post-first skirmish. A third, present self, but Zoria alongside, both aged, ringed by blends neither pure Terran nor Amethyst. Concentrate, she muttered. Illusions. She picked a random route, eyeing solely the base. Their two memories unfolded, genuine, fancied, feared. She glimpsed lost allies from past surveys, the outpost she risked by venturing, and oddly, Thalara over Zoria's shattered frame. Unreal, she snarled, advancing. The maze reacted to her resolve, paths narrowing, echoes more intimate. She viewed self via others. As outpost deemed her pioneer, foes unyielding menace, Zoria robust, exotic, coveted. That final halted her nearly. The emotion depth in Zoria's view staggered, not mere bodily pull but true esteem, care, and budding deeper. Press on, she commanded. After seeming hours, Elena accessed a round hall at Maze's core. Center pedestal held a harmonic shard, the relic. Approaching base shifted, echoing not her but Zoria's. She stood in assembly hall, advocating Elena. She merits, her echo urged. Her resilience, her versatility, these our order craves. Scene changed, Zoria versus Thalara in formal duel, battling for mate choice right. Spark smart, her violet, faltering under kin's dominance. No, Elena dove for relic, shattering vision, fingers clasping the shard, a last echo, herself and Zoria mid outpost ruins, nebula wreckage round. They led hybrid force of Terrans and Amethysts in desperate stand. Message evident, fates entwined for ill or good, gripping relic, Elena backtracked. Return eased as if Maze conveyed its word, now freeing her. Emerging, blinking in glare, whispers swept Amethysts. Inside under hour, a feat she'd learned, Zoria dashed forward, relief plain. You claimed it. Elena raised the shard, Vexar mid-spark. Not tough, she fibbed, matron neared, face inscrutable. The Terran triumphs again, she proclaimed. Final ordeal at twilight. As March returned, Zoria strode close. What visions? Elena pondered echoes, history, futures possible, Zoria's feeling depth, looming peril to both kin. Truth, she replied plainly, or a variant. Her hand sought Zoria's briefly, digits lacing hidden. In pocket, Vespera's gem seemed to hum warmly, reminder some amethysts back their link. Twilight would bring Thalara a clash, a contest now grasped beyond pride or merit proof. About tomorrow, not just hers and Zoria's, but their folks. And via surprise ally, she might edge a chance. The enclave thrummed with expectancy as twilight neared. Amethyst wardens converged in a broad ring arena at Village Heart, voices a harmonic buzz of thrill and conjecture. Tale of the Terran who aced two improbable ordeals had diffused, luring even secluded order members to view the ultimate test. In Zoria's abode, Elena ready, donning the agile exosuit provided, a assembly yield in raging Thalara. The right flank, Elena whispered, rehearsing a feint then swift zap. How injured? Zoria tuned a suit panel on her shoulder. A defense patrol 3 cycles past, a entity we term Night Wraith like your Terran wolves per tailies. She slew it, but not ere it gashed her flank, and she combats still. Thalara prefers demise over frailty. Zoria's fingers dallied on her chest. She's haughty like another I know. Elena caught her hand, pressing to heart. Difference, I accept aid when due. Eyes met, air electric with unsaid feeling. Their prior intimacy had shifted core between, a span over variances neither foresaw. Elena, Zoria started tentatively. If you vanquish Thalara, repercussions follow in our ways, besting an order chief in duel. A chime rang, cutting her, 3 resonant tones through enclave. Time, she said instead, face troubled. They proceeded to arena together, though Zoria joined kin once there. Elena stood solo at ingress, absorbing scene. Arena base, compacted soil, encircled by layered seats and vibrant fungi. Far side perched assembly matron and aides, including Vespera, who nodded near imperceptibly. Thalara waited center, tone form marked ritually. She gripped dual plasma whips, tips crackling in wanting light. Matron rose. Ultimate ordeal commences, her voice spanned arena. Duel to yield, not end. The Terran Elena Voss versus Thalara, Sentinel Chief of Amethyst Order. Elena stepped ahead, taking matching whips from a youth warden. Balanced flawlessly, craft Auchan outpost tech. Striking arms, she remarked, nearing Thalara. They'll suit better lashed aside your yielded form, she retorted coldly. Matron lifted hand. Commence. Thalara struck instant, motions controlled fury blur. Elena deflected, probing guards while eyeing right flank frailty. She was elite, perhaps finest Elena faced, but Vespera's tip held, pivoting right. Thalara adjusted subtly. Crowd roared as they traded lashes, neither edging. Elena defended, saving stamina while patterning her. Thalara, frustrated, strikes forceful yet sloppy. Fight true, Terran, she hissed, or your kind lack valor too. Elena ignored bait, executing intricate feint from explorer trainers, luring overreach. Lunging, she sidestepped, lash not vulnerable right but left whip, disarming it. Crowd inhaled. Thalara's eyes widened shock, then narrowed resolve. She battled fiercer with Remnant, pushing Elena to edge. You can't prevail, she whispered. Zoria merits a real defender, not off-world oddity. That core, Elena blocked savage lash. Fear I'll steal her from order. Fear you'll doom her. Thalara's voice broke emotionally. The nebula raised our ally order when they pacted with foreigners. The disclosure distracted Elena momentarily, letting Thalara trip her. She hit hard, rolling from follow. As footing regained, uproar at arena ingress. 3 wardens hauled a writhing shape, skin mottled black, limbs angular wrong. Even distant, Elena knew nebula swarm scout traits. Matron, a warden yelled, nabbed it western bound. Arena chaos erupted. Matron signaled quiet, but captive scout broke loose, charging nearest amethyst, spines extended. Instinct, Elena flung whip. It hit precise, pinning scout's limb to fungal post. Thalara's followed, spearing core. The nebula scout slumped, inky fluid pooling under spasms. Quiet blanketed arena. Elena and Thalara stood abreast, panting, duel forgot, facing shared foe. Matron descended, inspecting fallen, briefly turned to Elena. Your swarm alert rang true, she owned. The scout heralds raiders in days. They're broadening, Elena affirmed. As caution. Ordeal halted, Matron announced. Assembly convenes now to deliberate this. As wardens dispersed, Zoria rushed Elena's side. Harm. Fine, she assured, but prep, one scout means more. Thalara neared, face stern yet hostility gone. You battled well, Terran, your alert timely. From her high acclaim, Elena nodded. Your skill legendary, faint smile on her lips. We'll resume duel later, now glancing dead scout. Graver matters. As she left, Zoria exhaled. Nearest to endorsement from her. Accepted, Elena replied, though her dual words concern. About ally order, Zoria darkened. The Eastern Order, they allied off-worlders, not Terrans, but betrayers from Vega nets. Nebula struck them first, using base as ingress. And Thalara faults all foreigners since. Blame, we lost kin in assault. Zoria touched her arm. But you've shown distinct, your alert. Fight for us, assembly sees now. Elena covered her hand. Didn't come just for pact anymore, Zoria. Her violet deepened emotionally. Nor I seek mere tactical gain for order. Around Enclave morphed to activity hive as wardens readied guards, amassed arms. Serene Eve turned war prelude. Yet amid looming threat, Elena felt unforeseen clarity. Whatever next, she soft, we confront united. Zoria's reply, pull in a kiss defying Terran and amethyst norms of public. Parting, nearby wardens stared, some shock, others knowing grins. United, Zoria agreed, unabashed, now come, assembly awaits, war to scheme. The assembly chamber pulsed with strain as Elena stood afore gathered amethyst elders. Hewn from ancient fungus core, round rooms' walls bore sentinel relics and primal arms. Pools in crystals cast ethereal indigo glow, making wardens' skin gleam like living amethysts. The nebula will assault full in 3 days, Elena explained, gesturing sketch map on soil base. Pattern fixed scouts, then probe squads for defenses, then chief onslaught. Matron leaned on fungal throne. Our sentinels adept, but we've leaned on stealth and terrain lore, direct war not our forte. Then avoid open, Elena replied. Merge your sentinel mastery with Terran survey tactics. She outlined hit and run using amethyst swamp know-how with strategic traps from explorer protocols. Wardens use climb prowess for overhead strikes, ground funnel nebula to ready kill fields. Clever plan, Thalara admitted reluctantly. But nebula outnumber, tactics alone can't match. Multiplier, Elena said, unexpected edge. Zoria, silent observer, advanced. The Vexar, chamber murmured, matron brow raised. Elaborate, captured Vexar, train as combat allies, Zoria suggested, swift, fierce, innate swarm hate from odor. And now Elena can demo how. Train Vexar, Thalara scoffed, untamable. So thought till I snagged bare-handed, Elena countered, feet reference hushed objections. Matron's lips curved, faint smile, daring from you both, she owned. But training takes time we lack. Not necessarily, Elena said. My world's rapid conditioning methods plus your folks' predator bond, we could ready small Vexar unit in 2 days. Assembly debated short, matron hand for quiet. We'll try this. Thalara, pick sturdiest sentinels for ground guard. Vesper coordinates vine strikes. To Elena and Zoria, you oversee Vexar training. As dispersed, Zoria pulled Elena to niche. More to discuss, she low, personal. Intensity in eyes quickened her pulse. Listening. I propose linking right, she direct. Pre-battle. Elena blinked surprise, linking as marriage, in terms though our ritual differs. Her violet fingers laced Elena's. It'd formalize you in order, no amethyst could contest your spot. Proposal stunned, connection sped, but permanent with cultural depths she scarcely grasped. Zoria, I no need instant reply, she cut. But no, our folk often link pre-battle. Believed to fortify both, tying essences. Why Thalara opposed us feared it'd weaken you, Zoria shook head. Opposite, worried impulsive link your leave breaks it weakens me, soften, but I trust you won't leave. Simple faith humbled, Elena cupped her face, marveling natural feel on alien skin. I won't, she affirmed, but linking ceremony your folk accept, some do others adapt timely, she leaned touch. Especially post-swarm save aid. Talk broke by Thalara at niche entry face blank observing closeness. Vexar field ready, she announced, and Zoria matron seeks you on customary issues. Meaningful sister glance told Elena, linking proposal reached matron, post Zoria's leave awkward quiet with Thalara. She means this linking, Thalara said finally. Grasp implications, starting to, Elena replied, though suspect more unexplained, Thalara eyed intensely. Linking ties essences. Battle, death, other senses physically, painfully, some never mend from break. Why opposed fear I'd perish, damage her, partly, Thalara's admission surprised. But seen you combat, how regard her perhaps you merit amethyst link. From Thalara near blessing, Elena bowed head, thanks means much, faint smile on lips. Don't misread Terran, hurt her, I'll pursue across nebulae, threat near playful, now come Vexar to tame, Vexar training harder yet rewarding than expected. Elena shared explorer handler tech, amethyst added creature behavior insight. By twilight progress with 3 juveniles, basic responses, brief rider tolerance. As night fell, enclave transformed, wardens marked bodies with poolsing ink, patterns of battle ready, arms blessed in old rites, victory chants filled air. Amid prep, Zoria found Elena at enclave rim stargazing. Matron approved our linking, she preamble free, if you desire. Elena turned, absorbing her ceremonial gear, elaborate than usual sentinel suit, symbols painted on violet. I do, she simple, though still unsure full agreement, Zoria's laugh melodic. To join me my order our life, nearer, body warm and chill night, and I to you your folk, your customs. Fair, Elena murmured, drawing against. When ceremony, dawn tomorrow, pre-final war prep, I searched. Unconventional, some elders protested, but war flexes traditions. Elena smiled, like Vexar as combat mounts. Precisely, she traced Elena's jaw. You've altered us, Elena Voss, your Terran versatility, impossible attempts these captivate. You make me sound wonder, she said, mildly abashed. Aren't you, Zoria, serious? No way did you just snag the toughest quarry to hunt with your bare hands that my first thought seeing you with Vexar, and since impossible feats continued. Their lips met, kissed transcending physical variances, bond promise. Around, enclave war prepped, but moment theirs alone, bridging worlds. Tomorrow, linking right, then battle finals. Nebula threat horizon loomed, but first since planet arrival, Elena felt utter path certainty. Whatever next they'd face, Terran and Amethyst united purpose and heart. Dawn bathed Amethyst enclave in amber and teal wash. In sacred niche at village core, Elena stood afore matron, garbed blending Terran and Amethyst, her explorer badge with tribal marks and poolsing violet on skin. Across Zoria in linking attire, intricate wrappings with Vexar shards and gleaming gems catching morn light, her black locks braided with tiny blooms emitting heady scent on move. Linking right ancient, matron intoned, voice to gathered order. Predates records tying us to elders and each. She lifted ornate dagger, blade from single resonant crystal. Today, witness union unmatched in order memory, amethyst daughter and earth offspring. Murmurs through crowd not all approving, but Elena noted satisfaction, Thalara front solemn yet accepting. Link palms, matron commanded. Elena extended, Zoria overlaid. Contrast her freckled tan and deep violet struck a new diverse yet ideal match. With exact cut, matron drew blade overjoined. Shallow sting, blood mingled, scarlet and amethyst, swirling deliberate patterns. Blood 2 realms now one, matron declared. Voice intense, Zoria's eyes locked Elena's. I link to you, Elena of earth, battle, peace, triumph, hardship, your foe's mine, victory's mine to fate. Where you venture I trail, what you forge I bolster. Words carried deeper with war near. Elena replied with Zoria taught vow night prior. I link to you, Zoria of amethyst wardens, battle, peace, triumph, hardship. Your order my order, world my world to shield, what splits us strengthens united. Matron wrapped woven thread round bleeding hands, binding physical as right spiritual. What elders witnessed unbreakable, she proclaimed. You one in order eyes, essences intertwined till final guard claims both. Cheer burst from wardens, startling Elena with fervor. Even skeptics seemed stirred by right's pure might. Matron hands for quiet. Revel short, war nears, sun peak, we confront nebula. As crowd scattered for final prep, Thalara neared new link pair. Sister, she acknowledged Elena formal nod, title her new family spot surprising. May your strikes ring true today. Sister, Elena replied matching. May your defense hold, hint smile on lips. It will, Terran tactics and Vexar at command. She clasped Zoria's shoulder, brief air overseeing final guards. That exceeded expect, Elena observed alone. The link works already, Zoria touched joined hands, right thread now lasting band. Feel it, she did, subtle her presence awareness like scanner always true, more sensed emotions, anticipation, resolve, fierce joy matching own. Incredible, she admitted. Always this strong, deepens time, she explained. Battle aids fight as one. Impending conflict reminder sobered. They parted for battle gear, Zoria in sentinel suit, Elena in gifted agile exosuit. By midday, enclave fortress, wardens in vines round main path, others ready ambush along swamp trails. Trained Vexar paced eager, sensing clash. Elena mounted her Vexar largest juvenile, named Spark for electric coat. Creature bonded quick, responding keen cunning. Zoria beside on own, sleek female with rare golden marks. Scouts report north move, large force swift. Then time, Elena surveyed prep last. Recall plan, let commit central air spring trap. Nodded, reaching squeeze hand brief. Through Link felt unwavering faith in her in them, waiting hardest. Minutes to hour, swamp unnatural quiet. Then signs, disturbed vines, faint hisses, acrid nebula scent. Hold, Elena signaled hidden wardens. First nebula wave from swamp, warped black-skinned entities, unnatural speed, paused at enclave rim, sensing snare but unlocating. Now, Elena shouted. Ambush exploded precision, darts rain overhead as Vexar-mounted warriors charged hides. Nebula crossfire fallen by scores. Elena and Zoria fought abreast, moves sync perfect via link. One attacked, other guarded, one pushed, other flanked. Their Vexar answered slightest, ripping enemy with savage spark. Battle hours, tide shifting as Nebula backups arrived. Victory near, massive Nebula overlord, double soldier size broke lines, heading Thalera's spot. Elena urged spark ahead, intercepting air reach. Impact hurled from mount, crashing vines. Pain chest exploded as spines raked suit. Through link felt Zoria's alarm. Elena, she cried aloud and linked. Nebula overlord towered, grotesque maw-splitting grin-like, raising spines for kill. Thalera's dart-pierced flank staggering. Rise, sister, she yelled, engaging furious speed. Elena rolled feet, drawing pistol despite rib sear, with Thalera drove overlord back, styles contrast confusing. Zoria joined, outcome sealed, 3 Terran amethysts fighting when overwhelmed. Fell with Elena's blast in throat, sister's darts in heart. Leader down, remnant Nebula fled swamp, pursued by Vexar wardens ensuring no report escape. Aftermath, Elena slumped against fungus, adrenaline fade revealing injury extent. Through link, Zoria felt pain as own rushing side. Thought lost you, she whispered, applying heal gel to wounds. No chance, she gritted. Link said you came, gave hold strength. Thalera joined, injuries evident yet milder. You battle well for Terran, she admitted, words genuine praise not slur. Order owes blood debt. We owe mutual, Elena corrected. Victory both peoples. 3 months later, Elena stood on Orion outpost pad watching Amethyst shuttle descend gracefully from clouds. Beside Zoria vibrated excitement, violet skin, new marks denoting ambassador status. They're anxious, she confided, sensing kin emotions aboard. Most never left realm. They'll adjust, Elena assured, as you. Past months transformative, post-nebula route, assembly unanimous formal packed with Terran outpost. Trade paths set, cultural swaps started, joint guard protocols implemented. Significantly new base built at Swamp Rim, spot Terrans and Amethyst code well, learning strengths. Shuttle landed, Thalera first, uncharacteristically uneasy and unfamiliar. Spotting them, posture eased. Brother sister, she greeted. This Terran air sense odd. You'll adapt, Zoria laughed, embracing. Behind Thalera, matron herself first off-world at venerable 150 cycles. With her delegation, sentinels, menders, makers, all volunteers for joint base. Most surprising, several toted juvenile Vexar, start of what became fabled Vexar Explorer Legion, one day defending Terran and Amethyst realms alike. As Elena led delegation to Outpost Core, caught Zoria watching affectionate. What, she asked through link, grown stronger daily. Recalling, she silent replied. That swamp day you with Vexar, my face must have been priceless. Elena grinned her shocked words. No way did you just snag the toughest quarry to hunt with your bare hands, she quoted. Who imagined that moment's lead? I did, she said simple. Moment saw you, new life changed forever. Behind, Terrans and Amethysts, once divided suspicion, misunderstanding, walked together to shared tomorrow. And all began with Terran who persisted. Vexar snagged bare-handed, violet-skinned warden bold to see beyond variances to heart beneath.